Anthony Polaris here with Michael Anthony Jewelry, and our next item is probably the most exciting piece of jewelry that we have in HSN. This is the Nativity Stone Cross Bracelet. The stone inside this is from the Church of Nativity, which is in Bethlehem, the oldest Christian church in the world. The stones come from the actual Nativity. It's the floor of the manger room. And what happened in that manger room? It was the birth of Christ. Right. And so this is really phenomenal.
Right, and it's well documented. We're going to show you some footage, but let's talk about the bracelet before we show you the footage. This bracelet, I want to give the first testimony.
And I know you're wearing this, so men or women.
Right, I want to give the first testimony. I put this bracelet on about 2 years ago when we first made it. At first, I couldn't believe that I could wear this bracelet because I looked at the size of the cross. I said, this is not going to work. It's not going to be comfortable. Not only is it comfortable, I never remove it. I put it on, and I can honestly tell you, I have maybe once or twice, and I don't even know for what reason, but I sleep with it, I swim with it, I exercise, I work in it. So if there's any doubt in your mind about how comfortable this is, and it works for men or women. We have an 8.5, and then we also have a 7.5. But because they're adjustable, meaning that you can take the lobster claw and move it down, you can adjust it to exactly your wrist size.
Can I just show everyone? Okay, we're taking a look at this on, but I have a certificate of authenticity that comes with every purchase. So I want to take you a look. So you get a number here at the bottom, so it has a seal, and it has basically it's for a collector's, and it has kind of the story, the chain of command, as we say, of proving it. And I'd love for you to tell the story.
Well, what you're seeing there is a man by the name of Stanley Slotkin. He was actually an amateur archaeologist who came across the stones when they were doing a renovation in the church. And there are 2 affidavits, one from the actual priest and then one from the mayor of Bethlehem. What you see there is the Vatican recognized the Nativity stone as the Jubilee stone in the year 2000.
Right.
And I also have documentation that shows how the Cardinal of Bishops reviewed all of the literature and then voted. And this was only one of 16 items that the Vatican approved as an authorized stone to be used in the year 2000. What you just saw was the actual Church of the Nativity and the star that marks the actual location. And Jesus was actually born in a cave, not in a hotel or in an inn.
Right.
That was what you saw there was a picture of a cave that was very similar. And then they built this church, that Church of the Nativity, right over the spot people would go and worship. That's the manger floor right there.
Okay. And
you're going to see the actual 14-point star. That's how you go into the church. Through that little tiny opening, which was the actual opening of the cave. I was there. If you've never had the opportunity to go, and maybe you may never have the opportunity, this is about as close as you can get to the location where Jesus was born. The church was built in 372 or 375, and people had been worshiping on this site for hundreds of years, and then they decided to build this church. This is the oldest church in Christianity. The church is used by Roman Catholic, Greek Orthodox, Armenian Apostolic. So everyone gets a chance to go there and worship on the site.
This is also a customer pick, by the way. 119 reviews, and 82 of them are perfect 5-star. I love the way that the cross is kind of curved. So if you take a look at it from a side angle, I kind of want to show it to you here, is like that. You see how it's curved? So you see how comfortable it's going to be to wear as you wear this. You see how that curvature? So I mean, it's really just a phenomenal piece. 7.5, 8 inches. I mean, it's adjustable, so you can see you can adjust it to how you want, how you want to wear it. But you're not going to get anything like this anywhere else.
No, zero.
I mean, there's nowhere else you can get this or anything like this.
And also, this is something that is life-changing for people. I've read some of the testimonies, and I've listened to some of the testimonies from people that called. And I know from my own experience, I look at the bracelet constantly on my wrist. It's a constant reminder to say thank you to God for, even allowing you to live the way we live here in the United States and the freedom that we enjoy. The cross, we'll show you that one coming up too, same thing. When you see it, you feel it, and you understand that this stone could have witnessed the birth of Jesus Christ. Yeah. Where could you find such a meaningful gift? Nowhere.
Nowhere. And again, I want to show you again, it comes with a certificate of authenticity. And there we have some, in artwork depicting, but there's the actual location, and we're talking about the cave. And now you've been there, right?
I was there, and I can only tell you, your hair stands up on end. When you walk out of that church, you're just a changed person. And to me, what I found so incredible was the actual 14-point star, and here it is right there on the floor. And when you get a chance to kneel down, you get a chance to touch the star.
And again, there's a stone in this that is from the Church of Nativity, which is the oldest Christian church in the world. The stone came from the floor of the manger room.